Hey everybody, Alex here. Welcome to another edition of Momentum Charting. As always, if you enjoy the content, please go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It allows the YouTube algorithm to know that you enjoy the content and want to see more just like it. Thank you very much. Today we are going to do a update on GME, Gamestop, and this is obviously a stock that's been in the news a lot recently, or was really around surrounding the hype in January and February, some of the price action in this stock. And people have been invested and waiting patiently for GameStop to take back off again. We had this nice move back up to the top here in June. We had another one in March. And, people are wondering if and when GameStop is really going to take off and start going to even potentially higher levels. I've heard levels 1,000, 2,000 and more. That's whether or not that's hype and whether or not GameStop is ever going to break its all-time highs. I think it was, almost 500 or so. Let's see exactly where the all-time high was. Yeah, about 482 or so back. Let's see, what was that? Back at the end of January. So people have been in GameStop waiting patiently for a squeeze and waiting for a return to the super bullish price action of January. And whether or not that happens or not, we will just have to wait and see. But for me, I'm on the daily chart of GameStop, and what's happening is very clearly defined. We've got a horizontal channel with a zone of resistance right around 345 to 350 and a zone of support down at about 140. We broke out from these levels. I set my, let's just go into the 1 hour chart here. I had my perfect trend line set up here on the 1 hour, played out very nicely from the bottom of this channel, as you can see here, and continued along this channel and broke all the way back up to the top. But then came back down and broke below this trend line here, and now what's happening is we are in this down sloping channel here with a very narrow range of about, let's see, 230, about 30 or so dollars in this narrow range. What we can expect from this is a continued sort of choppy action, perhaps back down to the bottom of this channel. Always you can, anywhere along this channel, we can also potentially get a breakdown back to these support levels. Another thing obviously that could happen is a false breakout and then break back down to these levels here. So very cut and dry, very clear on the chart of GameStop. I'm not interested in it whatsoever until I see some sort of breakout of this channel, whether it be within the next couple of weeks or as far as into the middle of August or so. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But if it just continues downward, sideways, choppy in this channel, I've got no interest. My points of interest in GameStop are going to be at this support here, watching for a bounce back up in price and potentially taking us back to these 345, 350 levels, or a break up out of this channel with some sort of structure in place that allows for a continuation of positive momentum to the upside. So very clear on GameStop. Right now we are just in a holding pattern, waiting to see what's going to happen here. If we do end up back at these 140 levels, again, have to come back to the channel and watch for update videos on GameStop, but I'm going to be watching for a a structure in place that says to me, yes, we are potentially breaking out, just like we had here. Very, very clear. You can see here the downward sloping trend line started on March 19th, and I drew it all the way down, and we actually ended up getting a breakout finally on May 18th with a very nice looking structure in place. I showed you that on the 1 hour chart. So I'd be looking for something similar in these zones to potentially carry us all the way back up to the top of this channel or into this area here for a nice short-term gain on Gamestop, and that is what I'm going to be looking for. So those are my thoughts on GME, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and hope to see you very soon in the next video. Got a couple more updates today that I'll be uploading, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, and talk to everybody again soon.